Nikola Jokic is more than MVPs, championships, and crazy plays.
Jokic for the win! Oh! It's good!
He's got addictions. His jersey number turned into a $100 million scandal, and there was even a time that he almost died from a nuclear explosion. Yeah, obviously there's a lot of things you didn't know about Jokic. But first, we have to talk about what got him famous, setting basketball records that'll never be broken. His first unbreakable record happened during an NBA game where bucket after bucket, rebound after rebound,
Jokic the rebound, up and in, Jokic.
and some sexy passes led Jokic to having a ridiculous stat line. Before the first half was even close to finished, Jokic already had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. So now being only an assist away from a triple-double, history was about to be made.
Wide open is Chandler. Oh, Chandler double clutched it. Doesn't matter! He's got it. 16, 10, and 10 for Jokic.
Jokic only played 14 minutes and 33 seconds of the game, so that became the fastest triple-double in NBA history. Because fast triple-doubles have been done before, we gotta talk about Jokic's second unbreakable record. That's something not even a GOAT could do. Jokic did something during the 2023 playoffs that'll never happen again, because he was doing more on both sides of the floor than any player I'd ever seen. Things started when he dominated the Timberwolves in the first round.
So much in this series. Look at Jokic. Magnificent. It's Jokic, then a little hesitation, puts it in, and he's fouled.
Then, he continued with him making enough plays to easily take out the Suns.
Just kept the ball, never panicked as how many field goals he has in the game. What a pass by Jokic.
But once he obliterated my sunshine, the Lakers, by eventually sweeping them,
Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic.
Jokic set himself up to do the impossible. Because he was already topping every single player the entire playoffs in rebounds and assists. If Jokic also scored more points than every player, he'd become the first in NBA history to lead an entire playoffs in all three categories. Problem was that he was still behind Jimmy Butler, and they were about to face off in the NBA Finals. This battle was about to be for more than just a championship. So Jokic kept scoring while Jimmy kept breaking shots. Then with just a game left in the series, Jokic had a 1-point lead, so all he had to do was outscore Jimmy a final time. But as the game went on, even though Jokic was hitting shot after shot
Jokic gets it back, puts it up and in, and a foul.
after shot,
Jokic backs in, scores.
Jimmy made things interesting by running the score up himself.
Martin to Butler, corner drain, nails it. Like his bedlam. Butler nails another.
Eventually though, not only did Jokic do enough to win the game and secure the championship and MVP, he finished the game with 28 points, while Jimmy only scored 21, so it was official. Jokic's impossible record went viral.
I mean, he led all players in points, rebounds, and assists for an entire playoff. I've never seen anything as skilled offensively as a big like Nikola Jokic, Skip.
But what's crazy is, records like that are only possible because of his insane diet. I bet you didn't know that compared to the average person, Jokic eats 7 times more food.
Go munch. He ate it for lunch.
Yeah, Jokic has always been a munch. That's why when Jokic was young, he already looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy. All jokes aside though, he was already drinking an unhealthy amount of Coca-Cola. Not only did Jokic admit that it was glass after glass and he couldn't stop, doctors warned him that he was at risk of diabetes, needing dentures, and a bunch of other health issues when he became an adult, so he gave it up.
I did hear that before you came to the NBA, you used to drink a gallon of Coca-Cola a day?
Yeah. And I love it. I drink the last Coke, my first summer league, on the airplane coming to the America, and I remember it.
But after Jokic kicked the cup, unhealthy food became an even bigger deal in Jokic's life. Not only was the man drafted to the NBA during a Taco Bell commercial,
Two things you only dreamed would come together.
dude would literally eat popcorn at practice, and as time went on, his diet and weight only got crazier. Nowadays, Jokic is a monstrous 7 feet tall, weighing, how many pounds?
300.
And you don't get that big eating salads, man. Breakfast is where Jokic eats more calories in a single meal than the average human eats in a full day. Because while it's known that most people eat 2,300 calories, Jokic's first meal of the day alone is over 5,000.
5 egg scramble and bacon cheese spinach. Don't make it runny, don't make it really hard. Oatmeal, pecans, almonds, blueberries, honey. You got it? then shake all the berries, banana, and a little bit of apple juice. 5,000 calories right there.
And that's definitely a lot of food, but Jokic is an eater, man. But even though food is something Jokic loves, it's also what led to a basketball game where he suffered such a scary injury. It changed his life forever. Nobody expected a moment like what was about to happen to eventually have a happy ending.
To make him go away. Jokic around everybody. And Jokic is down.
Because the injury had Jokic heading to the locker room, and not long after, X-rays revealed that he had a severe ankle sprain, which was gonna sideline him for 7 games. But even when Jokic returned, he was never fully recovered. Just taking normal jump shots with both feet still had his ankle feeling extreme pain. So before Jokic fell off, he had to figure out a solution. And ironically, that helped him create a new move.
I twisted my left ankle and I just was shooting upstairs in a practice facility. It was kind of a little painful to jump over the both legs, and I kind of started jumping over the right leg. And the ball was going in. I said, maybe I can use this, and it's working since then.
Now, alright, Jokic kind of played it off like the move was no big deal, but the man started whipping it out on everyone.
Jokic 28 points tonight, and the basket is good and a foul.
George switches on to Jokic. Fadeaway jumper, good.
Shoot. Jokic will turn at the base, high arc. Oh my God! Now Jokic is going to Sambor shuffle. Got it! 8 assists, couple of steals. Now Jokic against Len. Sambor shuffle is good. Against Steven Adams, who's back in. Sambor shuffle. Got it! For all of our fans watching over in Sambor, Serbia, Jokic converts.
And after that, there's a reason the announcer shouted out Jokic's hometown of Sombor. His move literally got nicknamed the Sombor Shuffle. It became so iconic that it became his go-to move to hit clutch shots.
Nuggets down by 1. Shot clock's at 3. Jokic. Sambor shuffle is good!
Jokic eventually told reporters that he'd use it when he played horse. And because the move became so unstoppable, even NBA legends were impressed.
He hit a couple of those right foot joints that he shoot on me, like frustrating as hell. You feel like you've done everything you could possibly do to make him take a bad shot, and it hit nothing but the bottom of the net.
And even when you guard him for one of the best possessions that you think you've guarded him, he puts the ball behind his head, Larry Bird style, and shoots it 50 feet in the air, and it goes in. I think he did it like 4 or 5 times this series. You do like this to him.
But alright, man. Speaking of what Jokic does in games, I bet you didn't know that Jokic has an addiction to video games. I swear that whenever Jokic ain't watching HoopFlix, yeah, even Jokic is a fan, so why aren't you? Subscribe. Anyways, Jokic is spending all the rest of his time gaming.
Are you a video game player?
Yes.
What is your game of choice?
Right now I'm playing on the computer. PC I'm playing League of Legends, but I like 2K, FIFA, Call of Duty, whatever.
And he's even brought games into the real world by wearing video game t-shirts and playing CSGO with other NBA players. But Jokic's favorite game is League of Legends. He's a huge f***ing nerd for this. So not only does he wear League of Legends merch and is always talking about the game.
League of Legends, and are you top, bottom, or mid lane?
Good job, I'm a top, and I'm playing who I'm playing right now. Urgot, Ilawi, I'm gonna say those 2.
Eventually his teammates caught him playing the game during halftime of an NBA game.
We in the locker room, we winning, it's halftime though. Joker come in, grab his phone, put his feet up like this. I'm like, yo, Joe, where'd you sit out there? Brother, I'm just having fun. He on his phone playing a game before the coach come back in. And he got 29 and 10 at half just doing this. Brother, this, if you open, shoot it, Tay. Like, he's different, man.
But as much as Jokic might be in the virtual world, in real life, there was a time Jokic almost got killed by a nuclear explosion. That happened before Jokic became the basketball god we know him as today. Here in Serbia is where Jokic was growing up. He was just an innocent basketball fan dreaming of one day accomplishing his goals. But things were about to turn deadly behind the scenes because of his country's president. Stories came out that he was causing a war within his own country, killing his own innocent citizens. And the tragic news had leaders of other countries threatening him with violence if things continue.
If President Milosevic will not make peace, we will limit his ability to make war.
But threats like those didn't stop the president. So countries joined together, put a plan into action, and out of nowhere, they hit Jokic's country with deadly attacks.
On March 24, 1999, Western nations carried out their threat against Serbia and began the biggest military conflict on Serbian soil since World War II.
Planes flew over, dropping bomb after bomb, until it seemed like there was almost nothing left. Jokic's country lost power, water, and everybody was forced into underground bunkers for months. All Jokic ever said about the experience was, "I remember things like sirens, bomb shelters, always turning off the lights. We practically lived in the dark. Even at like 9 a.m., everything was turned off." What unfolded was the most destruction a country suffered since World War II. The damage cost Serbia over $50 billion, which not only ruined their economy, it also left over 5,000 people killed. Luckily though, Jokic and his family were some of the survivors, so he was able to grow up and continue chasing his dreams. But ironically, playing basketball the way he did is what got him an embarrassing nickname that completely took over his life. Now, alright, I'm not talking about what people started calling him just because they couldn't pronounce his last name of Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
At first, a lot of people thought it would be easier to just call him Joker, like the popular character from Batman movies. But Jokic also has another nickname that he tries to keep quiet. The first time I heard it out loud was when the legendary Shaq said it.
What do you prefer, Joker or Big Honey?
I like Big Honey. Yeah, I'm gonna take Joker. Yeah.
And Big Honey was made up cause, Jokic is big. No, did he? And also cause his basketball is slow and sweet.
Just gets it off in time, it's up. Oh, it's good!
Just like Honey. One of his teammates, Will Barton, was the one who started calling him it.
There's a real story behind Big Honey. There's a real story. Hey, Big Honey, we're gonna switch it up.
Stop. Big Honey, no.
Oh, yeah, you should have told us that one.
No, but he made me nervous, but I'm sweating right now because that Big Honey is killing me.
Well, that's all we're going to call you from this point on.
And after that situation went viral, fans not only made him Big Honey merch or turned him into the Honey Nut Cheerios mascot, every chance Shaq got, he kept calling him Big Honey.
Joker Shaq here, just want to say Shiana Igra Velika Dusho. You had a great game, Big Honey, in your language, in case you didn't understand what I was saying.
Yeah.
Love you too, brother.
Oh, my God. Thanks a lot for joining us, and you passed Wilt Chamberlain tonight, most triple-doubles by a center. Congrats on that one, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
Where is Shaq in that? Is it Shaq in that list?
No, because I never passed, Big Honey.
So cause the name was catching on, even one of Jokic's teammates' moms started calling him that.
I mean, my mom, she a coach, so she always would text me like, y'all need to help Nikola do everything, like help big fella. She called it, Big Honey. She loved calling him Big Honey.
Now, alright man, the nickname was something Jokic's teammate was definitely laughing at, but maybe that's why Jokic trolls all of his teammates with his favorite music, while most NBA players get hyped in the locker room with my type of bangers. And some players even rap themselves.
When you focus, man, you look up and your money is fine. I'm from a city where your friend will put a gun in your mind.
Got this light skin, she bad, put her on a flight. She said you only want to hit, I said, damn, girl, you right.
I just know pics from the cameras. Shitting since I was in Pampers, bruh. I'm in Shanghai speaking Mandarin. I got the pack like I'm Anderson.
You'd expect Jokic being around that type of music would have him bumping it too. But not only has he admitted that he literally can't listen to American music, he actually gets hyped to this. Now, alright, I ain't gonna act like I ain't dancing to that right now, but Serbian music, especially his favorite that has accordions, is something Jokic might love, but all of his teammates hate it. Jokic really hijacked the aux just so that he could have the gym to himself. You gotta respect it. But Jokic isn't always doing things alone, and I bet you never heard about the secret ritual he does with his wife before every game. What Jokic does on the court is kinda inspired by his love story. Jokic met his girl Natalia before the money or fame in high school, and it was love at first sight. So cause they stayed together and his girl stuck with him through everything, once Jokic got into the NBA and started making millions, of course he put a ring on it. Once they were seen at their wedding dancing, and pictures confirmed that they were officially husband and wife, Jokic's basketball ritual began where every game, he'd attach his wedding ring to his shoes.
know your ritual of your wedding ring in your shoe, but when did that start?
When I get married, take it off the finger. It's a live shoe. I have a wedding ring on my shoe just because it's family that is really important to me, and they always by my side. So I just want to give them the love. To have my family always by my side, and they always protect me, and that's something that it's mine. Nobody can take away from me.
And if you look at Jokic's shoes closely, every single game, not only is the wedding ring there, ever since he started doing that, it's ironically what turned him into a better basketball player than ever. But not everything Jokic wears during games is such a good thing, because Jokic's jersey number not only turned into a multi-million-dollar scandal, it's got him beefing with an NBA legend.
He is the worst MVP winner in the last 40 years.
Now, don't get me wrong, man. Jokic wasn't necessarily looking for trouble, but because his jersey number could lose Carmelo Anthony millions of dollars, of course dude felt some type of way about what dude did. It's all cause Melo's legacy with the Denver Nuggets was something nobody ever thought could be erased. I mean, once Melo got drafted to their team with a top pick, he instantly changed their culture by taking them from one of the worst teams in the league to one of the best. And he became one of the deadliest scorers the league had ever seen.
That's good.
All while wearing the number 15. This jersey number became iconic in Nuggets history, cause, well, Melo was one of their best players ever while wearing it. But even though fans expected his jersey number to eventually be retired so that nobody could wear it again, for some weird reason, the number never officially went off limits. At the same time, Jokic was also coming up in basketball, and he always wore the number 15 as a teenager. So when he eventually made the NBA and joined the Nuggets, of course he wanted to wear his favorite number, so they let him. Now, Melo was definitely salty about that, and he proved it when he played dirty the first time he saw Jokic.
Here's Rivers out front, and Jokic hits the deck.
But hitting Jokic from the back was not enough. After Melo played a game against them in Denver, he was saying that the number should be retired.
Have you ever thought about if the Nuggets were to retire?
This is where it should be retired, to be honest with you. Just my opinion. I don't know. Just because you play here. It's my opinion, man. I think that the history is here. Maybe not. Joker's got 15 now. So. We'll see, man. We still got time for that.
But admitting he felt like his number should be off limits and kind of joking about it wasn't the end. Things turned personal when Jokic started accomplishing incredible things with the Nuggets. He passed Melo on the Nuggets' all-time scoring list, and he was even able to win a championship. Jokic was doing things that Melo could never do. So even Melo's old coach trolled Melo when he tweeted at Jokic saying, "Happy B-Day to the greatest player to wear number 15 in Denver Hoops history." Now after that, Melo was really feeling the disrespect. So he exposed how he really felt about the jersey number.
Did you feel a way when they gave Jokic that 15, bro? Because that's Melo.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you think it was a petty maneuver?
Yeah, it was a petty maneuver. It wasn't like, oh, we got numbers to choose from. It was like, here,
take this one.
You got 15. Like,
ooh.
Why you keep Jokic? Now I'm gone now, so now I'm 7 now. Like 7 is the new thing. What's going on? Like 15. So now just start thinking, oh, this is because this is the narrative that they put out there. He wanted to leave, he wanted to do this. But why would you disrespect by even offering that?
And after Melo said all of that, the situation went viral all over the news, so even sports legends criticized him hard.
Melo, you do realize this guy was a second round European player that when he got drafted, they was in the middle of a Taco Bell commercial. Who thought Nikola Jokic was going to arguably be one of a top 10 player when it's all said and done? Because they thought that he took him number 1 overall. Exactly. The guy was in the second round. And plus, Melo, you forget, and nobody's going to remember you wore 15. I'm sorry, Melo, but nobody's going to remember you wore 15.
But you're a Knicks player. Your career is New York Knicks. Your jersey is in the rafters in the Garden.
But, all right, what did Jokic himself have to say about the jersey number controversy?
When did you start wearing 15 and how did you choose that number?
I think I'm using it in my whole life. In my hometown, I was wearing 15.
Were you aware Melo wore 15 before you came in? Did you even know?
Of course, he was a great player.
Yeah, Jokic ain't really trying to beef with anybody, to be honest. Regardless, all because he's pretty much covering up Melo's entire Nuggets legacy. Denver fans will most likely never buy Melo's number 15 jersey again, losing him millions of dollars. But controversies that expensive are the opposite of what Jokic gets involved in. Usually he's doing sentimental things, like when he gave his biggest fan the best day of their life. This is Suza Kokatovic, and as you can see, she's always supporting the Nuggets, especially her favorite player, Jokic. But it wasn't always smiles and laughs when it came to Souza.
So when Souza was born, it was a joyful time, our first kid, and then as the time went by, we noticed some delays. And when Souza turned 4, she started half-day kindergarten, and that's when the teachers raised the question, and that's when it got real.
You know, it's our first kid, so we're thinking like she's going in to learn how to share and color and, you know, make friends and all this stuff. So we had really high expectations and it did not turn out that way. And I remember going into this meeting and them telling us, you know, we knew there was something wrong, but we weren't expecting these type of results, and she'll make great strides in life, but she'll never be like the other kids. And that was heartbreaking to hear. She was diagnosed with developmental delay, which is a very broad diagnosis.
Because of a brain issue that slowed down her ability to learn and caused problems with her speech, her disability held her back from being a normal kid. But what really made her feel like life would be okay was her love for sports and Jokic. Little did she know though, her biggest dream was about to become a reality. Souza was selected as part of a Special Olympics program to hang out at the Nuggets arena for a day. She also got to take shots on the court and even got tickets to the game where she got to watch Jokic dominate up close.
Well, and he wants to help each other out. Minnesota's team likes to really hard for post position, level of physicality.
Jokic in the paint, counted and one.
But after the win, things were about to get more special when Jokic came out to surprise her. They not only talked and took plenty of pics, he sent her home with a signed jersey, so it was definitely the best night of her life. Man, Jokic is honestly more than a basketball player. He's a hero. But not every story has a happy ending, like when NBA players were almost killed. There's NBA legends who got stabbed, got blown up by fireworks, and an entire team almost died in a plane crash. This is honestly the craziest NBA video on YouTube. I don't even know what you're still doing here, man. Click it. Psst, hello? Are you still here? Click it.